Week of practice going for you guys so far, and what do you kind of hope they finish like?
It's just, again, trying to clean up some things that we've been doing throughout spring ball. The thing about it, we have put everything in, and you want guys to be really sharp at the things that we've been doing. I think it's really important that they understand that, and that's going to carry on through the summer when we're not around as coaches, and they understand how we practice and what we expect out of things, and that's going to help us, like I say, going into summertime when those guys have to work by themselves. So we want to make sure we continue to get better. Each one of these practices is still evaluation for our guys, so they understand that from a competition standpoint and wanting to play when it comes to the fall and all that. They're putting film on tape, and they got to perform.
It's been a bugaboo around here defending the high tempo offenses.
Bugaboo.
Yeah. But like, it's a pretty decent word every now and then.
Favorite destination.
The defense, you know, Adonis even mentioned that for the defense right now, it's still tough to get lined up correctly to go up against your offense. I mean, what do you see from the defense, and do you feel they'll be up to the challenge to defend offenses that run at the pace that you like to do?
I do. I think as right now, again, it's learning for all of us. Our offense learning how to play at that tempo, and then our defense learning how to defend at that tempo. You know, and I think more importantly, as a coaching staff, I look at Coach Barnett and all, him learning to face that as well. You know, you see it during the year when you go against teams, but to see it every day, that helps you. And it helps you organize your practice and your thoughts on what you want to do defensively, you know, to try to stop it. You know, I don't necessarily think it's because of the speed. I think it's when you try to do too much defensively is what gets you. And we got to find a way to be simple. Just like we say on offense, it's been simple and allowing our guys to play, and that's the thing I like about Coach Barnett and what he's doing with our guys. He allowing them to play, and they're getting lined up, and to me they're doing a pretty good job, you know, and what they're doing. So I think all of our guys are learning to play with that tempo and the speed, and hopefully come the fall it be seamless once we go out on the football field, and it's kind of like practice.
Ontario said that it took him a little bit to get back to being a receiver again. Have you seen him get more comfortable?
Yeah, it seemed to me like he was comfortable from day one. You know, we moved him over there. He's very talented, and just watching him throughout the winter conditioning, as a staff, we start questioning what can he be. You know he can be a good DB if he wanted to, but we also thought he could be a good receiver. And I mean, the kid had crazy ball skills, you know, and he's really fast. You know, you like that at the receiver position, and you can see as he get comfortable, things become a lot natural to him, and it's helping him perform like we need him to.
So you can see during the chase, you can see talent, not just how hard guys are working.
Oh, no doubt. You can see the athletic ability and the things that we're asking him to do, you know, and he's really talented, you know, and very skillful. He's one of those kids that can play a lot of different positions for you, you know. But I was really impressed with his ball skills. You know, the kid can make all kinds of catches, you know, and then just speed. You can't teach that, you know. And he runs like he's a cross-country runner. I mean, he can run for days, and he's fast with it as well.
Willie, is Camden be able to play Saturday? So sit down the other day.
Yeah, he will be.
Right?
Yes, yeah, he'll be out here practicing today and be ready to go on Saturday.
What about Bailey Hockman?
Bailey, yeah, Bailey ready to go Saturday too. You know, Bailey hurt his foot in practice the other day, and we wanted him to let it rest a little bit, but he'll be ready to go for Saturday.
Coach, it seems like just about every defender that's come through here has talked about being more aggressive, thinking less. I guess, how do you guys preach that in practice? How do you get them to be more aggressive?
You just got to put them in those situations, you know, and then evaluate them on whether they've been aggressive or not, and making sure guys know what you mean when you say being aggressive, you know. But I think one way of being aggressive is knowing what you can do and what to do, so you can go out there and play fast and physical, like Coach Barnett always preached to those guys. I mean, I feel like that's the way you play this game, and you got to evaluate that in practice. If they're not doing it, they get a downgrade on being physical and aggressive on that side of the ball. But I think a lot of it has to do with knowing what you're doing. You know, like I said, these kids have been playing football for a long time, and they understand. It's just a matter of them knowing what to do, and then holding them accountable to doing it every single day.
What have you guys done to really simplify it? Are you giving them like just less read options to kind of attack on defensively?
Yeah. We just don't tell them much, you know, talk too much. Sometimes that's more of a problem. When you talk too much, then you confuse the kids. You know, so we try to talk less and do a good job of teaching the fundamentals and techniques of what we're doing. But sometimes they get confused when you talk so much, and then they're out there on the field and things happen fast, and you're trying to think about everything coach told you, and you can't get it all at once. And then the kid looks slow or he look confused, and we got to make sure as coaches, you know, we spend all day watching film and all, we know it. We can't throw it all on our kids. You know, they still got to go to class and have a test they got to study for, and we can't confuse football. It's pretty simple. They know how to play. We just can't confuse them.
We saw you guys are starting to install some stuff for the opener next season. Is it just kind of something to keep the players engaged?
Did you see that? How did you see that? Or someone told you that? Because you were not here when we did that.
I read a real reputable report that happened.
No, I just playing. Yeah, we introduced some of the things we're going to see against Virginia Tech, and that's something we always do, introduce it to our guys. And again, as they go through the summer and study in Virginia Tech, they have a better understanding on how we want to attack it, either on offense or defend it on defensively. So those are all things to prepare our guys to work on this summer, you know, so they can prepare themselves for training camp and get ready to go. And once we get to that week, it's not the first time they've seen it.
Also something to probably keep them a little engaged this final week of spring practice, I guess?
Say it again?
Is this something to kind of keep them a little bit more engaged this final week of spring practice?
No, I think the way we practice, they're going to always be engaged in what we're doing. It's hard not to be engaged, you know, and our guys have done a great job throughout spring ball, just staying motivated and competing. And again, that's the one thing I love about our team. They love to compete and don't have to pull teeth to get them out here to practice and get going. You know, they're ready to roll, and that I always have you excited as a coach when you don't have to do that. You know, so like I say, it's more of an introduction and more so these guys have an understanding on how we plan to attack and defend Virginia Tech, and those things that they can work on in the summer, again, to help them understand what we're going to do.
Pop's talked about just how he's enjoying football again. This has kind of been a new opportunity for him. Is that one of the nice things about a coaching change, is that guys maybe sometimes feel energized about a new opportunity?
I don't necessarily say if that's a good thing about a coaching change. I don't think, as a player, I don't think you ever want that necessarily, but I just think it's just a different way of doing things, and you're just excited about how we're doing it. You know, everybody have a different way of coaching and doing certain things, and it works for everyone. Again, the way they did it before, they won some ball games, and so I think each individual is different, you know, and again, we try to make it fun. I believe in that. I mean, it is a game, and you want to make it fun, but you also understand that we got to do the thing that it takes to win, because that's the ultimate goal, is to win. But you want these kids to have fun. They're not here, and hell, I want to have fun too, you know, so I don't like being boring, you know, so I hope it's fun to all of them, but I know this, it's a lot funner when you win.